Frank O'Sullivan here. I'm a veterinary practitioner working in County Meath. So I want to speak to you about how to have a healthy herd. Not only that you can make more money from the farm, but also to reduce that stress you get from subclinical disease and clinical disease. So it's particularly important this time of year to think about the immunity of cattle, to think about what causes stress in cattle. So we know when you have stress, the steroid levels in the animals rise and therefore the immunity drops. So therefore when animals are weaned it causes significant stress, or when castration happens, but more significantly at this time of year when housing is about to happen, and that includes the mixing and even buying of animals. So by taking care of these aspects and reducing the stress, we can keep the immunity of the herd at a high level. So when you buy or prepare to house animals, it's important that the animals come in and are rested for 12 to 24 hours in a nice open shed, plenty of straw, plenty of hay or haylage and water. It's best not to vaccinate for 24 to 48 hours after arrival. And by doing that, you ensure that the animal is nice and relaxed and that the vaccine will work well. The importance after housing of gradually building up the nutrition is key. There's a significant link between good nutrition and reduction of respiratory disease or pneumonia. We also find that other diseases can work together and maybe cause an outbreak of pneumonia. So if there are parasites in the animals like fluke or worms, or if there's other disease like lameness such as mortellaro, or if there are mineral deficiencies like copper deficiency, they can all leave the animal a little bit compromised. So it's all about prevention in this case, and in that we look to having at housing time good ventilation. The key to that is that you allow air in from the sides above the level of the animals, and then you get the stack effect. In other words, the air coming in at the sides picks up the viruses and the bacteria and then goes out chimney style out the apex. Even older sheds like this one you can use the southwest wind to allow the air in through double-sided space boarding. This works well in particular as it doesn't allow the rain in, and therefore the heat of the cattle will drive the air up out the top. Now, in our vaccination plans, we like to consider the age of the cattle when we're vaccinating. So we tend to cover viruses such as RSV virus, PI3, and indeed IBR in all ages of cattle. Some bacteria can also be involved, such as Pasteurella, and indeed this nasty Mycoplasma, which seems to be quite common at this stage. So the route of administration of the vaccine is important, whether you decide to go intranasal, where you get a nice immediate immune port to the animals, or whether you go by intramuscular. And follow the guidelines on the vaccine. In other words, if 2 shots are advised, maybe 2 or 4 weeks apart, then do that. And of course, don't forget your blackleg as well. By reducing the clinical and subclinical disease, not only can you save money, but it's much less stressful, not only for the farmer, but also for the cattle.